Sunajinege Bumtada Miyegeno Hang Doa Quintidaki Yezamba Hanje Ketuda Chilton To Daja Ki Dumba Emme Tubewang Septitul Mameba Dove Raptutis Gosin Bachin Chatsatsin Japsu Shu Daja Ki Pasin Lama Rita Chinkurijan Sabda Kadin Sumbame Dersambo Choki Derjitu Mameba Gove Raptutis Gosim Kubachimbe Chatsatsin Japsu Shu Dado Semjian Tamjiji Ju Chinjilabra Zedu Sol Balden Zawelama Rinpoche Dagi Jiwur Pemme Denjula Garden Chimbugane Ji Zungde Gusung Tuji Ngudup Zaldu Sol Now, this year, this time, I am in Arunachal Pradesh and here in Bomdila. I heard about Bomdila, Tawang, Arunachal Pradesh. The moment that I have arrived in India, that is 1959, when I was 5 years old. And now I'm 71, so I'm here for the first time. And I'm so happy and inspired to witness what I have witnessed since my arrival here in Arunachal Pradesh about a week back. Today, the Bomdila Buddhist Society, BBS, requested me to share with you in a form of a talk first of all, they want me to talk about Buddha Dharma. I'm from head to toe Buddhist monk and a bhikshu, so everything I say is influenced by Buddhism. So that is there. And then there's a particular request, 3 commitment of His Holiness, the 14th Dalai Lama. This is a very specific request. So I have to share with you the basics to the book. I cannot interpret my way here and there. Afterwards, then I will talk to you further based on the same subject, but with my own perception and understanding, and plus experience. How many of you here are 71 years old? 71. And above. 71 and above. Are you 71? Gentlemen here? Are you 71 or above? Okay. Oh, we are same age. I got a twin brother here. Okay. Okay. So not so many. So then then I have the courage and also license to share old men's experience with the younger generation. Correct? Okay. Now, Lord Buddha's teaching, you want me to talk about Buddha Dharma. So Lord Buddha's teaching after his enlightenment is described as Buddha Dharma. So it is like a star in the sky and trees in the forest and flora and fauna in grassland. So it's so rich, so abundant, so deep, so profound. So for me to attempt to say this, explain this in a short, brief, and meaningful way is a task. And I try, because you asked me to, okay? I will not volunteer, but you asked me to, so I have to do it, okay? So that is, when I try to make Lord Buddha's teaching simple and short, in 2-3 sentences, then every sentient being, including human being, of course, regardless of their ideology, nationality, ethnicity, spirituality, regardless of all of that, there is one thing in common, that is, everyone like to be happy, no one like to suffer. So that is the basic commonality among all living beings. And teaching of Buddha is to guide us, assist us, help us, and show us how to be happy and how to be free from suffering. So that is the teaching of Buddha. That is the Dharma, Buddha Dharma in 2 sentences. Okay? So I will talk more things later, but that is the first subject. The second, the 3 Commitments of His Holiness, the 14th Dalai Lama. So, His Holiness, the 14th Dalai Lama, once said this, mentioned about 3 commitments of him during one of his birthday celebration. He taught this many times. But during one of his birthday celebration, he said, if you love me and you are celebrating my birthday, the best gift for me is to practice and make my 3 principles, commitments, part of your life. You cannot give me anything better than that. So, based on that, I will explain. Again, in short. Okay. He said, as a human being, he's talking about himself. As a human being, we should make our environment a compassionate environment. We should create a kind atmosphere. Anybody who come into our surrounding, we should be able to make them all feel good, positive. That is the first commitment. And then he mentioned His Holiness Dalai Lama, so spiritual and temporal head of Tibetan people, and not only that, he is embodiment of Avalokiteshvara, the father of all Buddha, embodiment of compassion. So spiritual person, of course, religious figure, of course. Then based on that, he say, as a religious person, all religion should be in harmony. Follower of every religion should be able to personify the essence of their religion. And as a Buddhist, one should be able to personify the essence of the teaching of Buddha. So what is that? Again, the teaching of every religion, there's so much differences, so much diversity, which is wonderful, because on this earth there is now over 8 billion people, and everybody thinks slightly differently. Everybody's perception is slightly different. Therefore, their need is slightly different, not identical. So, different spirituality, different religion manifest to benefit each and every one of their follower, their believer. So, we should be able to see and appreciate the diversity, the differences. It is beautiful. Now I'm adding my thoughts here, okay? So I shouldn't contaminate His Holiness Dalai Lama's words. So I say, if you visit a garden, do you like to see only one color? Do you like to see only one leaf? Do you like to see only one flower? No. You like to see all kind of color, all kind of fragrance, all kind of shapes. So that way it defines a beautiful garden. So now I go back to His Holiness' word. So therefore, every religious people should be able to respect each other, at the same time practice one's own religion happily, and benefit of the religion should make you happy. That will happen if you respect your religion, if you appreciate your religion. Part of that is respect all the other religions as well. So that way, that is the second commitment. The third commitment is, he tells us Of course, he is a Tibetan by birth. He is Tibetan spiritual leader, used to be spiritual and temporal leader, but His Holiness entrusted the temporal part to a democratic setup. So, spiritual part. And as a spiritual person, then Tibetan religion, Tibetan culture, all are inundated by each other. You cannot say this is religion, this is culture, all inundated with each other. So, therefore, it is very important as similarly, therefore, it is very important for every ethnicity, every race, every group of people and community should respect and uphold and cherish and preserve their culture, their tradition, which is extremely important. And at the same time, His Holiness mentions as part of the third commitment that the culture and tradition that His Holiness represents by birth is very rich and very deep and very profound. It have a lot to offer for entire world, entire humanity. Therefore, it should become part and parcel of education, history, study. So, that way, then he mentions about beyond religion, the truth beyond religion, secular ethic, secular truth, secular education. But secular education blessed by ancient wisdom. So that is the third. Okay. Then that is during his birthday, he gave that message, a very short message, which mentions 3 commitments. And then over the years, His Holiness was traveling and still traveling. Right now he is recovering from a knee surgery, and he will travel afterwards. And then what he is promoting is all of these 3 plus 1 more. And His Holiness describes the ancient Indian wisdom to revive it, and first of all revive it, and then uphold it, and then make it available for the rest of the world as guiding light shining from this great land, holy land of India. And His Holiness also describes the essence of all of that is the tradition of Nalanda. So that is 4th commitment of His Holiness. Okay. It is a very big task that the Buddhist Bomdila Buddhist Society have put on my shoulder. So I have done it, okay? Now I can breathe and then put my own thought and perceptions, of course based on the teaching of Buddha, and of course His Holiness Dalai Lama's every word is a word of the wisdom of Buddha. He is the living manifestation of the father of all Buddha, which is Avalokiteshvara. And Avalokiteshvara means embodiment of compassion. Without compassion, all the past Buddhas will not exist, all the present Buddha will not exist, or the future Buddha will not exist. So therefore, these principles are always part and parcel of what I speak here. Okay. Now, one of the disciples of His Holiness Dalai Lama, a Western Occidental disciple, and his name is Daniel Goldman. He formulated, based on His Holiness' teaching, an academic system to help teachers how to teach and students how to learn in a most natural and pure and efficient way for maximum knowledge and maximum wisdom. So this is later developed by Emory University of Atlanta, Georgia, in United States of America. And this system is described as C-learning. C-S-E-E, C-learning. So C-learning means social, emotional, and ethical learning. So humanity have developed educational systems long time back. In history in memory and history beyond memory, when human beings are evolving in the state of Neanderthal and Homo sapiens, starting from that time, there was learning. Because before they didn't know how to talk. They just make noises like animals do. In distress, they make one noise. In happiness, they make another noise. In fear and anxiety, they make another noise. So later, they became language. And very interesting. World have so many language. I tell you, I put it here somewhere. World have 7,151 language. Our world. Out of which only 293 have some form of written and writing. And then out of which only 156 living script. So that is the world language. But there is several things very common. When any human being of any language, when they are happy, they laugh, they giggle. Yes, same. When they are upset, they cry, sob, same. And when they are afraid, in fear, they scream, same. But then, if we go one more step, then almost all the different language throughout the world, the father and mother, some kind of similarity. Papa, mama, father, mother, pa, ma. So some similarity there. And this way, language is derived from the original expression of the human emotion through physical body's expression, and that ignites the breathing system, and through the sound box, then it comes out as words. So, all the language is derived from human's mind and body in harmony. When body and mind in harmony, then language manifests. And even we, the speaker of the same language, some of our members, they cannot speak because something is wrong in their physical condition. They cannot hear, therefore they cannot speak. They have to hear first in order to speak. So, and then others, they have some difficulties in their neurological system. So that way, they are deprived of the basic speaking capacity. So this way, all of the members of our brothers and sisters don't have the privilege of the language. But then, these people who cannot hear and who cannot talk, their communication skill is many times better than us. They are very, very bright. They are very, very clever. And they have extra sense. They are able to use everything that they have got to express, because they don't know how to express through language, but express another way. Almost, I felt that some of them can read my mind. Yes, I have to hear somebody say something, but they just look at me and they hear me in their head, and quite accurate. Yes, we all have that ability, but our privilege sometimes become obstacle because we have the language, then we lose the ability to communicate without language. Yes. And our brothers and sisters who cannot speak, many of them have that capacity. Now, in this social, emotional, and ethical learning, this is becoming very big now. Many universities, high universities, as well as schools, colleges, and vocational study programs, they incorporate this sea learning. It is becoming international in a very short time, in few decades. And then this is, I have also shared about this in Tawang to a similar group of audience, and His Excellency State Minister, Chief Minister Pema Khandro Ji was in presence in Tawang when I was sharing this subject. So I will not repeat it, but I will go through the same subject. So, when His Holiness mentions that the principle of human being, which is to be a good human being, without influenced by any particular religious thoughts and religious teachings. That is secular principle, secular wisdom. Now, it is not against, but not based on. So, we, the human beings, we have several basic ideology. We have major religious ideology. Again, I tell you, how many religions are there in this world? 4,000 religions. Humanity have 4,000 religions, okay? So, now, how many ethnic groups do we have right now? We have 16,300 ethnic groups in this world. Ethnic groups. Ethnicity is plenty. Yes. So, without influence of any of particular one, general, whether you are Buddhist, or whether you are Christian, or whether you are a follower of other religion, or whether you are agnostic, or atheist, or non-believer, doesn't matter. We all should be, and we all can be, and we all must be a good human being. What is the definition of good human being? A human being who is happy and who is pleasant. You know, when that person comes in the room, you all are happy. Yes, that is good human being. And opposite of forbid for such things to happen. Because we are not talking about religion, Otherwise, I will say Buddha forbid, God forbid, or something. But I cannot say that. So here we are talking the secular way. So the truth forbid such person to exist. But I am a pragmatic person. I'm not a pessimistic person. I'm not a optimistic person. I am a realistic person. That's what I think I am. But I am not sure 100%. But 99% I know. And 100% I like to be. Okay? So from that point of view, there is such person exists from time to time, but not permanent. Somebody can become like that, but can change. Yes. Everything can shift from good to bad. Everything can shift from bad to good, can shift from pleasantness to unpleasantness. So, the unpleasantness, such person walks into our living room. We like to be polite, but we can't stand it. We like to go somewhere, or we like to just, we wish that we can just disappear miraculously because so unpleasant. So that could happen. So now, what makes somebody so pleasant is because that person is happy. That person manifests happiness. That person is embodiment of happiness. That person personifies happiness. And how? That person have warm heart, kind heart. How can a person have a warm heart and kind heart when they have compassion? When they have love, true compassion, true kindness, then the true happiness manifests. Happiness is not based on any material wealth or health or position or power. But happiness is the presence of love and compassion inside. I give you pragmatic example. Some of our friends are our members, the human society members are very, 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 very poor, and they're really, really struggling, but they can be happy. I saw so many poor people very happy. So many poor people happy when they are content with whatever they have. It doesn't mean we all should become poor. No, I don't mean that. I told you I'm a pragmatic person. We all shouldn't be poor in order to be happy, but I saw poor people very happy. Yes, that way. And also very common people who don't have any conventional power. They don't have, but they're happy. And many of them are not educated, but they're happy. So that's one way. And then opposite. They also can be very unhappy. Poor, very unhappy. Poor and powerless, very unhappy. Uneducated, very unhappy. Also, I saw plenty. We know. Similarly, rich people, very unhappy. Very, very, very unhappy. One time, I was in the United States of America. I saw on the television people jump from their office window to kill themselves. And news anchor tells us, because today the stock market went down. So they were very rich, but they lost everything. So in that moment, they're so unhappy, they jumped to kill themselves. But I'm sure they did not become zero. I'm sure. Maybe they have 10 crore, then they only left 5,000. Then kill themselves. है ना? ऐसा होता है, होती रहता है, सचमुच होती रहता है. So, dittabode, unhappy. Rich and unhappy. Some people I know, very rich. Stock market didn't go down. They didn't lose anything. But they're so busy because instead of ability to make use of their wealth, they become the slave of their wealth. Yes. Believe it or not, then they are totally stressed and they're not happy. And husband and wife doesn't get along. The children behave terribly because the father and mother have no time to look after them and raise them properly. They pay so much money for tutors. They have so much money for babysitters. Not only one, few of them. And then they think everything is going well. But not going well. You can see the proof that how badly behaved the children are. How unhappy they are. How unhappy the parents are. So that also I saw. And also I saw quite a few very rich people, very happy family, truly rich, monetarily rich, physically healthy, and mentally very, very mature, and children and parents all live together so happily in a heavenly sort of atmosphere. That also I saw, plenty. So the source of that happiness comes from how much love, compassion they have within them. How much love, compassion, contentment they can generate in their family. It is totally influenced by that. As a result of that cause, they're happy or unhappy. Yes. So that have nothing to do with religion. Particular religion. I saw very happy Buddhist. I saw very unhappy Buddhist, And I'm sure there is a follower of other religion here. I don't want to make my fellow Buddhist look bad, but I saw lots of fantastic, wonderful, good Buddhists. I also saw quite few not so good Buddhists, So I don't mean to say things, but I'm here to give educational speech. That's what you printed up there. So I have to I have to speak my heart. Okay? Like this. So, as His Holiness mentions, love, compassion, kindness have nothing to do with one particular religion, one particular ideology. That is basic human nature in essence. I tell you, I'm a monk, I'm a bhikshu. I never had a child of my own, okay? But I have so many monks and nuns and students and disciples, so I consider them my children. So that way, I have so many grown-up children. Many of them are 20 years, 30 years older than me. So many of them. So that way, I'm not short of children. You know, I have so many. But anyway, when you all have experience with your own child, you see? So when your new child is born, how pure he is or she is, you know. So pure, yeah? So fresh. There's no negativity. So it is embodiment of primordial goodness, primordial kindness, primordial love. That is what this little child of baby of yours, not child yet, baby is manifesting. So beautiful. Yes. But fortunately or unfortunately, years go by, not in weeks and months. Years go by, they pick up things from us. Now I will not tell things because I don't want to be negative, okay? I'm a pragmatic, but I don't want to be negative. Okay, they pick up everything. Good things, bad things, positive things, negative things. They pick up our love from us. They pick up our hate from us. And some people, can never smile, So that says something. You shouldn't be afraid to smile. Yes, it is good to smile. Sometimes good to laugh, Laughing therapy. It's very, very good. Everything that is stuck everywhere, if you have a big, good, loud laugh, then it all clears up, and you feel so good, like a real good medicine that you have received. So that way. That little baby slowly pick up things from us. Then our baby become toddler, and then become kids, and then adolescent, and then young person, and then mature person. But when they come to be mature, they're a little bit like mirror image of ourselves. So whether we did good service or some disservice, it is for us to decide at that time. But we can do something right now. Yes. From birth until 8 years old, child is developing everything, neurological system, everything developing. So during this period, father and mother, this is not my command, okay? But this is my experience. So father and mother should sacrifice everything for this this beautiful baby of yours, to raise it to grow into 8-year-old child positively. Father and mother should do their best to be positive as possible, loving as possible, by being loving as possible, by being kind as possible. Of course, all the parents are very kind and loving to their children, but it doesn't manifest, It just doesn't manifest. It's too much for me. I have other things to do. Hire a babysitter, and babysitters. It's not babysitter's baby. It's your baby. So you have to nurture the baby. Really, really, really very important. Because that 8th year, if the child have lost that 8th year, you cannot repeat it. You can give another birth, another child. But the child who was already 8 years old cannot be baby again. You see? So that way, and what is the proof that something is happening at the age of 8? The entire system is now have taken one step maturity. So the proof is the baby's tooth changes. It is part of the bone structure of the baby. So it changes. New tooth grow, old tooth falls away. So that is one step. So that step, the mother's warmth, mother's love, father's love, very important. Okay? Then the next stage is from 8 to 16. Now, during this time, then the child is already a little bit bigger, running around, and you have to pay full attention and repeat the same thing again and again. You can repeat the same thing again and again spontaneously if your compassion, kindness manifest as a wisdom and skill and ability, then you will manifest constantly. Otherwise, you will give different messages, different signals. Today you say something, the child hears something, tomorrow something else, day after tomorrow something else. Then child grow up in chaos, confusion. And now this is very important stage for getting the same good message and cultivating that message within them. So as they grow to become a teenager, or teenager starts at 13, but up to 16, middle of teenage. And so during that time, the extremely important to develop clear mind. If you give them different messages, their mind cannot be clear. They will be confused. These days, so many teenagers get so confused. Why? Getting so many messages. And then from wonderful gadget we all have, which is wonderful. I call it smartphone. Yes, everybody have it. It's wonderful. But then, if you must use smartphone smartly. If you use smartphone stupidly, then it is detrimental. Especially two teenagers. Very, very, very powerful influence from smartphone or any device like that. Any device. And they should get clear idea of what is what. Clear idea of what means what. So this way, from 8 to 16 is giving the same message. This is right, this is wrong. Why? You should be a good person. You should be a kind person. Not with stick, not with candy, but from love. There is nothing more nurturing and attractive to these young fellows, teenagers, than your love, your kindness. Let's say, in adversity, the resilience and fortitude is the language. Resilience, fortitude, because at that time they can feel, but they can't judge. I don't mean to be judgmental, but how can they? How can they? We are grown up. Still we make lots of wrong decision and mistakes. So how can we expect them to make their own judgment 100% accurate? So we have to help them. We have to help them. So nobody can help them better than their parents. Yes. So after giving birth, the father and mother both have such a huge responsibility that the next generation of human beings' entire life is their responsibility. Every one of the person here is the production and of your father, your mother. And next generation, every one of them, the outcome of the success and failure of the fatherhood and motherhood of their parents. Yes or not? Yes or no? So this way, so many tragedies happening in the teenage population is a very clear indication something is lacking in our care to them. I cannot say by any means, I don't mean to say by any means that mothers and fathers don't care for their children. I don't mean to say that. But we are in industrial age. Starting from the Industrial Revolution, then the human life is totally mixed up. And so the father cannot be the real father, with all the duty performing. Mother cannot be the real mother, all the duty performing efficiently because of Industrial Revolution. Industrial Revolution is very good. It's not a bad thing. Of course not. Because of Industrial Revolution, we all can gather here. Because of Industrial Revolution, I can talk without losing my voice. You all can hear. This is wonderful. It's really wonderful. But people have been making all of these things bit by bit and screwing them together. And the fathers and mothers lined up, and the pieces are coming on a conveyor belt, and you have to catch and do your own thing, You are doing the same thing whole day, like this. So the person who puts this, they have a full box of these things here,
and then this one coming without this thing, and then you have to put this, and then you wait for another one, and almost like a madness. But we have to, because हमारा दाल रोटी तो इधर से आता है, फिर करना तो चाहिए ना. मगर इसका in this environment we have to pay special attention. We have to be aware. So the systems like seed learning comes from that necessity, that need. So like this. Now from 17 to 24, then that young boy or young girl, young adolescent have physical strength and mental intelligence, lots of knowledge, and that comes with lots of ego and lots of self-esteem. But self-esteem comes with lots of stubbornness. This guy is telling me what to do. What do he know? What does she know? I know. So that is there. So therefore, they are grown up. Now the father and mother have to grow up and adjust. Now here the adjustment. Parents have to adjust to their need. So here you really have to be patient. Correct word should be fortitude, or maybe that's a bit too strong a word. Resilience. Parents should be resilience and should have fortitude. The patience. You have to give time. Your teenager is doing something wrong. Don't jump on him or her right away. Just wait for the right time. And then you should be there all the time. You should be there all the time. Watching closely, watching from far away, but you should be there. When they're in need, you should be there. That is the moment. ये तो मौका है ना. मौका मिलने से अब जो बोलना है, जो करना है, जरूर करना चाहिए, है ना? That मौका, that opportunity slips away. Big disaster. Yes. And then in this situation, the environment is very important. The teenagers at that stage, if they had first stage from baby to 8 year is good, from 8 to 16 is good, then it become a habit for them to be with good, nice friends. And they don't like to be doing the wrong things, because they have learned all of these things for past 16 years in 2 stages. So I may use a wrong word here to get it across more clearly. So they should not be addicted to bad things, but they should be addicted to good things. They should be addicted to kindness, compassion, love, good companion, good company. Then they get addicted to and attracted to rift-raft environment and rift-raft companion. Then they will grow rift-raft. Yes. So if that person, 16, 17, 18, had a good maturity up to that stage, then they have no taste for these bad tastes. They have no taste. They don't get attracted. That means the Papa ji, Mama ji, आपने बहुत अच्छा काम किया है, हाँ शाबाश, है ना? So ये नहीं होगा तो फिर they get attracted to wrong things, and by that time for you to worry you must, but for you to do things you must, but difficult to succeed. Then that teenager become not happy with parents, don't want to listen, because they are attracted to something and the parents don't want them to be attracted to that, and that they don't like it. Naturally, understandable. But you should have created the environment up to that stage so that have no taste. Yes. अब बच्चा को from the babyhood, you keep on giving them candy, and then they lose their old truth. But up to 8, okay. But after 8, new truth lost. Then whole life they live with the fake tooth, or transplanted tooth, or root canal. Mouth is full of root canal. The age is only 30. My whole truth is still here, except one. At the 71 age. Yes. So one should be really able to bring them up to that stage. Then from there, then constant care and constant awareness, then attention, then reach the age 24. So by 24, then the person is fully grown up. So now you cannot make a bonsai out of a fully grown tree, isn't it? You cannot. So you cannot do anything. You cannot do very much at that stage. So 24 years old is a fully mature person, and he or she will stand on her own feet or his own feet. And if they have difficulties, they might come back to parents. But parents, whatever parents try to do for them will be from their sentiment. But effectiveness is a stopgap measure. Stopgap measure. They come back because they have a problem, and then you solve that problem, then they go out and get into another problem. And then they come back after a few years with a new problem, and you solve that, and then they go out and then get into another problem. You give them capital, they make business, lose money, and then they come back to you. Like that, so many things will happen. It becomes a vicious cycle. So 8, 8, 8, you can remember. Remember 8, 8, 8. So these 3 8s are very important for fathers and mothers. Present fathers and mothers, future fathers and mothers. Okay? Very important. And it will make a big difference. Okay. Now I go back to sea learning, and this sea learning I shared with the audience in Tawang three principles. Today I will share 12 principles, but I hope we have time. What time is it? So how much time do I have? Because I have to give 15 minutes for question. How much time do I have? I exceeded the time. Okay. That happens to me all the time. Because, from childhood time, I got my first watch when I was 14 years old. And then from that time onward, I have learned that watching, like this is a very bad manner. So now I developed a habit. I wear a watch, but don't look at it, Sorry. So 12, okay, you can learn next time. And 12 you can learn from C-learning programs. And the 3 principles that I have shared with the group in Tawang is 3 principles. So first is awareness, second is compassion, and third is engagement. So student, the teacher, the subject, what they are teaching and what they are learning, all these 3 principles apply. Okay, so I end here. So we should be good Buddhist. We should be a good follower of whatever religion you believe, you follow. Or if you are a non-believer, you should be a good non-believer, kind non-believer, happy non-believer. Okay? And so that is the principle of C-learning, and that is the principle of the teaching of Buddha. That is the principle of His Holiness Dalai Lama's 3 commitment or 4 commitment. Same. Okay. So I end here, and then now any question I have, I give you. Do we have 15 minutes? They're not exhausted?
No.
Okay. Yeah.
In fact, the house is enjoying a lot.
Okay. Yeah. I see all your face like this. Yeah, good. Nobody is like this. Everybody is like this, like a full moon. Yeah. Good. Okay. Questions, please.
Thank you, Your Holiness. You gave a mindful liberation and has provoked our unprecedented China. Your Holiness, we have collected questions.
Okay.
And we would be happy listening to you for another 2 hours. So I will place the questions one by one.
Okay.
Simplify the questions. Though we have received a lot of questions, but most of the questions are on the common theme. So the questions that you put would be somehow addressed by His Holiness in the questions that we have clubbed together and we are presenting.
Okay.
The first question is, what would be the most simple definition of Buddha Dharma?
I thought I already have explained, but I will explain again. Okay, but I have to. No, I will not repeat. I will explain another aspect. Okay. Buddha Dharma's essence is everybody have the primordial, uncorruptible potential to be perfect. Nobody have imperfectness as their primordial nature. Ultimately, everybody is perfect. Relatively, we all have an imperfection, but nobody have ultimate imperfection. Oh, that means even the electronics agree with me, right? Yeah. Okay. So everyone is perfect. Nobody is imperfect. Everyone can become Buddha. Prince Siddhartha, when he became Buddha Shakyamuni, he didn't become something else. He became what he always was, ultimately. It took him 3 trillion eons to realize that. But he realized that 2,550 plus years back in Bodh Gaya under the Bodhi tree. So that is the essence of the teaching of Buddha. You are the future Buddha. Every single sentient being in the whole universe, from highest to lowest, are the future Buddha. You should listen carefully. I didn't say future Buddhist. Future Buddha. Big difference, you know? Future Buddha. Okay, next.
Your Holiness, next, 2 related questions. First is, can a compassionate person earn good karma without being religious? And how can one harbor compassion towards someone who has hurt us?
Okay, you're right. They are connected questions. Okay. That's very, very simple. You use common sense, you know. Okay. If you are not Buddhist, if you are not religious, anything, you don't believe in anything, any spirituality, but you have compassion, you have love, you have kind, then you have everything. You don't need anything, you have everything. So, of course, it is more than a good karma. It goes beyond karma. Okay? And then that's the another related one. What was that? Another one?
How can we practice compassion to someone who has hurt us?
Okay. The somebody who can hurt anybody is a worthy person to have compassion. Because who is doing very, very well, you know, we should have compassion. But somebody who is doing not doing well, somebody who hurt somebody, is a terrible. So we should have more compassion. And then, but if you are not a practitioner of Buddhism, Buddha Dharma, then little difficult to maybe relate to it. But as a practitioner of Buddha Dharma, then we should have more compassion to those who harmed us. Because we have direct connection. And we are the cause of them wanting to harm us. So, harming us is bad karma for them. Harming anybody is bad karma for them. So we don't want it to be the cause and condition of that anybody's bad karma. So we have to purify and transform this negativity. So should have compassion, you know. And somebody frowns at you, you should smile at them. Yes, yeah. Okay? So,
next question, Your Holiness. Why do poor people seem happier than the rich?
What?
Why do poor people appear happier than the rich people? Why people are jealous of others' happiness?
Others?
Happiness.
Yeah. Okay. These two are connected. So I will answer one. The last one will take care of the both. Definition of jealousy is you feel unhappy when somebody is happy. That is jealous. You know, nobody feels jealous when somebody is unhappy and not doing well. Okay? When somebody is doing well, then they feel jealous. And then worse than that, I can tell you, worse than that, some strangers, you don't know, who are not related, you don't know. Then they are doing very well, and सब कुछ grand scale कुछ हो रहा है, कुछ चला हुआ है, फिर आप बहुत अच्छा लगेंगे. उधर जाके तमाशा देख के फिर picture, video. You take video, you take selfie, you share it with all your friends, you admire, because that person is not related to you and you don't know that person. So you become the promoter of that person's happiness, So jealousy is so stupid. Buddha describes all of this jealousy, anger, all of these things as defilement and poison, because it kills the goodness. So the poison is example. So like this, your friend is doing well, then you feel uncomfortable. If your family member is putting up that show, then you like to look some problem there, some fault there. Itna grand thing that he or she put up there. Where did the money come from? Like that. Searching for some problem. And sometimes some people even do things to undermine that relative of yours or friend of yours who is doing something good and wonderful and grand, manifest grandioseness, So like this. And so the jealousy is very stupid, really, very, very stupid. Anybody's happiness you should appreciate. You can do it because the stranger's happiness, you took pictures, you took selfies, you spread, you are very happy and impressed, right? The same way you should feel with your family member or your friend who is doing the same thing. You should be happy. You should be happy. And you should really appreciate your friend is doing so well. Yes.
Your Holiness, another question is, why should one not run after money?
Not run after money. Who told you not to run after money? I didn't tell you. I didn't tell you. I don't remember. Yeah. Who told you? Oh, okay. So, of course, money is just a creation. We human beings created money not very long ago, maybe 10, 20,000 years ago. We created the money as such. And then now we somehow put ourselves totally dependent to money. No money, no house, no money, no food, no money, no electricity. इधर electricity free है? अरुणाचल में free? हाँ? Okay. So subsidized to करना पड़े ना. So somebody is paying. Okay, you are not paying, but somebody is paying. Okay. So no money, we don't get things. No school, no proper school, no good school, no proper treatment if we get sick, like this. So we are responsible for that. We really created money past 10-20,000 years. Paper money is even very, very recently, few hundred years, paper money. So that way. Now we hardly use paper money. Now we created plastic money, plastic money. Very tricky. You go around with plastic your card, and your card have not so much money, but you spend, and then you get the call from your banker, you overspend, your card is cancelled. You are moneyless now. Yes, big problem, big headache. So this way, we are responsible. But we shouldn't. Now, having said that, the question is good question. Okay? We shouldn't run after money. Run after money is very different from we should not work to make money. Okay? We should work to make money, yes. We should not run after money means no principle. We are just a money grabber, so that is not good. Then we have no principle, no compassion, no love, no wisdom, no kindness, and we don't want to put effort. We become lazy, and we want to make easy money. Easy money will be always most of the time the wrong way, because we make money without truly making money. So it is not a fake money we make, but what we got is a fake. So therefore, we can't really digest it, It is like eating plastic. Our stomach is full, but we can't digest it. So if we get so much money or wealth by cheating, by running after it, without principle, without kindness, without compassion, then we can't digest it. कहीं ना कहीं कुछ गड़बड़ तो हो ही जाएंगे, है ना? Okay.
Finally, final question.
Okay.
With regards to the three commitments.
Three commitments. Okay.
Three commitments.
Yes.
What message would you like to give to the students here?
Yeah. All of it. All of it. Yes. Because remember, His Holiness said, create a compassionate environment, compassionate society, positive society. So, students, in your school, I know what happens in many schools. The senior students, senior by definition, they have been there first. And then there's newcomers, And then they don't treat them very nicely. And they call it ragging, So don't rag. Be kind to the new ones, new students. Be nice to them. Be kind to them. Be compassionate to them. Be loving to them. Let them feel this is their new home for several months or several years that they have to study. So that way, create a loving environment, compassionate environment. Okay? And then for students, I'm translating this for the students. And then religious harmony. In your school, there must be people, students from different religion, or some students from maybe parents are non-believer. So accept them, respect them, and you don't make any judgment. The most important thing is they should be a good human being. That's what matters. End of the day, that's what matters. Which religion, which ideology, doesn't matter. So that is the second. Third is you are learning the modern education, which is derived about 300-400 years ago, modern education. And now we are learning them, and which is very good, and which is very, very nice. Now, especially like a C-learning system is put into it, injected into it, incorporated into it. The modern education become truly blessed modern, education, mature modern education. But regardless of all of that, your culture, your tradition, and your ethnic wisdom, you should respect, and you should not forget them, and you should not lose them. When you become a great leader in the future, every educated, every student today will be tomorrow's leader. So that time you are able to uphold and cherish. Not only that, you can implement the wisdom, your ancient wisdom, into your work. And you will be exemplary, you will be noble, effective, efficient leader. Yes. So these things you cannot learn from the school, basic school books, but you have to learn from your background, and you preserve it, and then make it available for the rest of the world. And also there's so much all over the world. I told you how many ethnicities are there. I will look here again.
16,300.
You remember. You do remember, sir. You do remember. But I wanted to make sure. Ethnicity 16,300. Ethnicity 16,300. So respect them all and learn about them. Not all of them, we get confused. But learn whatever comes across and learn about them. So this way, very good for the future of this world. Yes. Okay? That's the last one. Okay. Thank you very much for your help. Okay? Yeah, you helped all of us to get across some of the questions that you really want to ask, and I got the opportunity, मुझको मौका मिला है जितना जवाब from my side, whatever kind of answer that I can give based on my knowledge, my experience, mainly from the teaching of Buddha that I received from my great masters. So I'm very glad, and thank you, and thank you for asking those questions. Okay? Yeah.
Thank you very much. Your Holiness. Now it's time for concluding and giving the words of gratitude. I, on behalf of the entire people in Bomdila, as well as devotees gathered here, all the students, seniors, would like to express our deep gratitude for the wonderful and enlightening talk you just delivered. It has opened our eyes, and you have added a new dimension. Perhaps our students will find that this is a new introduction to what you have the normal assumption of our Buddhist master. Sir Rinpoche, Your Holiness, you have shaken to the core many of our conventional assumptions that we just accept as it is without questioning. Central to this was a very thought-provoking message that we need to re-question our assumed normal conventional understanding of what a happy life and what being a human is. We elders are definitely benefited, and the kind of participation that our young generation students put forward today is a historical, and to my mind it is unprecedented in the history of this auditorium. I, on behalf of Bomdila Buddhist Society, would like to thank all the students for coming forward and learning from the deliberation of His Holiness. As His Holiness said in the morning during the Sevan, known as Abhisheka, we have 1,000 years of karmic connection. So perhaps this is another wonderful karmic connection for us that we got an opportunity to listen to the words of wisdom from His Holiness. Thank you very much, His Holiness. We don't have words to express our thankfulness. Tashi-Tilak, thanks once again.
Okay, now we started auspicious, we continued auspicious, we end auspicious, okay? So we make a simple, humble, sincere dedication. Okay, so I will say this in Tibetan, but it means this. When I am happy, I offer my happiness to all mother sentient beings. With no strings are touched. Very important, no strings are touched. Yes. When I am suffering or unhappy, then I suffer this on behalf of all mother sentient beings. So may this be the suffering of all mother sentient beings so that they don't suffer. I suffer. Okay? So may my suffering be meaningful, truly meaningful. No strings are touched. Okay? Jinna dewa tsusu pende namka chaparasho dona dungar dagi kur kowa dungar je janso tombarsho. Okay. And we also dedicate for the long life of His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama, because we actually learned on his teachings. And not only that, he is the guiding light of humanity. Not only Buddhist guru, but he is the guru of the world. Okay? And then may you all have a wonderful life, meaningful life, and may this great land of India, Arya Bhumi, may it be continuously flourish and continuously be the guiding light of humanity. And I wanted to share with you something that I have studied today. I have learned today. Very, very interesting. Yes. In Tawang, on 12th Monday, September, 7:15 a.m., the world population was 8,177,908,000. Okay? And today, the same time, today morning, 7:15 a.m., 29th, Sunday, September, population is 8,250,839. So in this 7-day, world population increased by 1,342,839. So that is just a few hundred thousands less than the population of our state. Yes. And in another few days, the world population will increase by the equal number of people in our state. So now, the planet Earth's land, the cultivable land where we can grow food, is enough for 10 billion people. After that, we have to find a creative way to produce food, because we're going to get to the maximum amount of population from 8 billion to 10 billion in few decades. Then we have no land to grow our food. Same thing with the water, same thing with the fresh air, same thing with the oxygen. So everything will be okay. Don't panic, okay? Everything will be okay. But that is where it is. So I describe our effort should be active. We should actively do things with awareness so that we can make things a little bit better. Each one of us are one member of the human being on earth. So we do a little bit better. Okay? So I don't know how can we remedy this. I have so many ideas, but then my problem is I'm a pragmatic. So idea is idea. And जो मर्जी नहीं होगा, है ना, जो होना है ये तो होगा, मगर कुछ कर सकता है तो करना चाहिए, है ना. तो अपना घर में, अपना लाइफ में कुछ करना चाहिए. So do our best, and may there be great future for the humanity on this beautiful earth continuously. Okay, take care, yes.